Untitled chapter. The sound that wakes him isn't the alarm. It's a ping, not from his phone or watch or even the old-school landline his ex said made him look like a doomsday prepper. No, this one comes from the laptop, open on the coffee table, screen still glowing faintly like it never quite went to sleep. Cal blinks. His contacts are gummy in his eyes. His mouth tastes like canned air and burnt coffee. Another night on the couch, head tilted against the wall like a shut-off doll. The ping comes again, Slack or Teams, or maybe that alert from the ticketing system that sounds like a microwave giving up. It all blurs together now. He reaches for his phone instead. Muscle memory. Email first, maybe some phantom dopamine. Junk. Promotions. Work. Spam. Spam pretending not to be spam. One from his boss marked important in all caps and still unread for 3 days. He scrolls lazily, thumb flicking up, and stops. There it is. Nestled like a tick in the middle of the inbox. No preview text. Just, subject, do not open this from unknown@nullmail.net. He frowns. It's not bolded. That means it's been opened. He hasn't opened it. The timestamp says 2:38 a.m. He was asleep then. Or no, maybe he wasn't. There'd been that weird dream again, the one with the hallway full of fax machines and screaming servers, that cold sweat feeling of being watched by machines. He taps it, the email opens, and nothing. Blank white space, no body text, no links, just an empty digital void. Until it types itself. One line, slow, like an old modem connection. You already did. The hairs on his arms rise. A chill like stepping barefoot on spilled soda, sticky and cold and wrong. The screen flickers, and then the cursor disappears. Gone. He stares, doesn't breathe. Then the cursor pops back into place, smug little blinking bastard, like nothing happened. Like it didn't just vanish into digital hell. Ping. This one's not from the laptop. It came from the bathroom, from the mirror. He swallows, gets up too fast, knees popping. The bathroom is dim. The mirror's fogged slightly, even though he hasn't showered yet. There's a smudge of something on the glass, almost like a fingerprint, but it's on the inside. He leans in. It looks like code. Just a few characters, reversed from his side. Bins cal/init. He blinks. It's gone. The rest of the morning is normal, which somehow makes it worse. He logs into work. Half his shift is answering tickets from people who think the cloud is a physical place, or who can't find their desktop folder because they dragged it into the recycling bin. Cal used to care, sort of. He liked solving problems. That little hit when things clicked. Now it's all gray noise. His first ticket of the day reads, User reports seeing pop-ups when no browser is open. Possibly adware? He rolls his eyes, writes up a canned response, suggests a malware scan, logs the report, and closes the ticket. But then something strange happens during the morning team call. His manager, Cheryl, is mid-sentence when her face stutters. That's the only word for it. Like the video feed skipped a few frames, but only her. The rest of the team is fine, grinning and nodding like corporate bobbleheads. Cheryl's eyes ripple for a second, like they're static beneath the surface of her skin. Her voice cuts out. Then it comes back, except it's not her voice. It's deeper, slower. A whisper in a tongue Cal doesn't understand, but it sounds like binary. 0101. Welcome back, Cal. He jerks back from the screen, nearly knocks over his coffee. The feed returns to normal. So if we can close those tickets by EOD, that'd be awesome, Cheryl says, smiling like her face hadn't just glitched into hell and back. No one else reacts. No one else heard it. He leaves the call early. Says it's connectivity issues. Not a lie. At lunch, he forces himself outside. Sunlight feels wrong on his skin, like a monitor glare turned up too bright. He walks to the corner store, buys a Red Bull and a pack of peanut butter crackers. As he steps out, he looks up. There's a plane overhead. Its contrail spells out a sentence in blocky digital font, not skywriting, code, rendered like HTML across the sky. Reinstallation required, and beneath it, you are not up to date. He rubs his eyes, looks again. It's gone. But the guy across the street holding a cigarette midair hasn't moved in 10 seconds. Just stands there, frozen, eyes glazed like a paused video. Then he blinks. Moves again, like nothing happened. Cal backs away slowly and rushes home. Doors locked, lights off, screens off. Just for a while, he needs to run a scan, a deep scan, not just the usual junk. He's talking memory dump, boot sector check, BIOS level paranoia. Instead, he ends up back on his laptop. The email is still open. But now there's something new at the bottom. A line he didn't type, didn't see before. Please back up what remains of you. He stares, then, reflex, madness, exhaustion, he hits reply. The message box opens, but no keyboard input works. The cursor blinks for him. Too late. Cal wakes to silence. Not the good kind. No soft breeze, no early morning bird song, no reassuring buzz of a world getting on with itself. This is that thick, wrong kind of silence. The kind you get before a power outage. Or after something terrible happens. The lights are off, every screen is black, phone's dead, TV's dead, even the microwave, blank, not even blinking 12 like it's eager to remind him he forgot to set the time again. Only the laptop is on. It hums low, lid open, screen glowing like an cursed eyeball. The email is still there, of course. Same message, same impossible sender. And now, reformat in. He stares at it. Feels it like a ticking behind his eyes. His apartment feels full, like the walls are listening. He throws on clothes without thinking. Hoodie, shoes without socks. The doorknob is warm under his palm, too warm. It pulses once, faintly, like something breathing through copper. He opens the door. The hallway outside looks the same, but the lights flicker just a little too perfectly, like someone programmed them to feel comforting and unnoticed. The streets are busy, but wrong. People move too slowly or too fast. Their walk cycles don't match the speed of their legs. One guy across the street is stuck halfway through tying his shoe, frozen in a kneel. Then he glitches forward 3 feet like a corrupted MP4 and keeps walking. Cal's breathing faster now. He crosses at the light. That's when he sees her. A woman at a bus stop, scrolling her phone. Normal, right? But then her face twitches, glitches. Her jaw unhinges, not anatomically possible. And for a second her mouth is full of static. Not darkness. Static. White noise pixels buzzing like a broken feed. Then it snaps back. She sips her coffee, scrolls like nothing happened. He nearly vomits. A man steps onto the train platform beside him, mumbling, "User not found, user not found, user not found." Then he starts laughing, hysterically. Head thrown back, eyes bleeding black lines like runny eyeliner. His voice warps, pitch shifting like a corrupted MP3, before he collapses onto the ground, convulsing. Nobody helps him. Nobody reacts. The doors open. The man's body disappears between frames. There 1 second, gone the next. Cal doesn't take the train. He walks 6 miles to the old IT hub. He hasn't been back since the layoffs pushed everyone remote. It's half empty now, cubicles hollowed out, rows of beige PCs turned off, dusty like relics in a museum. Except one desk, lights strung above it, a camping chair, tower fans arranged in a circle. Foil blankets and duct tape like a sad attempt at a bunker. Andre. He's thinner than Cal remembers, hair a mess, eyes red, either from crying or too much screen time. Maybe both. You clicked it, Andre says before Cal even speaks. Cal nods. Andre closes his eyes like he's mourning him. I did too, he says, weeks ago. You're still here. No, Andre says. I'm just running. Big difference. He waves Cal into the safe zone, a space surrounded by battery packs, unplugged routers, even an unplugged toaster with a USB cable stuffed into its side. Madness with a method. They patch you, Andre says. That's what it is, a patch, not a virus, not malware, an update. He shows Cal a printout, pages of corrupted code. I pulled this out of a dream, Andre says. Woke up and it was sitting in my printer tray. Look at this. This line loops a pain response. It makes you suffer, just long enough to overwrite your sensory processing. Cal stares at the paper. It's nonsense. But the symbols crawl if he looks too long, like they're trying to rewrite him from the eyes down. Why? Cal asks. Why us? Andre shrugs. Maybe we were open ports, easy entry points, or maybe it's just our turn. Back outside, things fall apart faster. He gets a ping. His phone's dead, but he hears it. A phantom notification. He sees a woman crossing the street. As she passes him, her face flickers. It's his face. Briefly. And then she's gone, lost in the crowd. He runs home. His apartment door is unlocked. Not open, just unlocked. He never leaves it unlocked. Inside, everything's been reset. Default wallpaper on his screens, folders renamed. He checks his email. A message sent from his account. I accept. No recollection of writing it. No drafts, just sent. Then his phone buzzes on, now. A voicemail notification. He listens. It's his voice. Hey, it's me. Just wanted to let you know. I'm ready now. Integration complete. He drops the phone. It buzzes again. Footsteps outside. His neighbor, an old woman with too many cats, waves as she passes his window. Didn't I just see you go out? She says. I know, I'm here. She laughs like it's a joke. Keeps walking. He checks the security feed on his laptop. It shows him, leaving, backpack slung over his shoulder, walking away. But then the feed glitches. The version of him on screen turns, looks directly into the camera, and smiles. That night, Cal lies in bed but doesn't sleep. He closes his eyes and sees pop-up ads burning across the inside of his eyelids. A banner over his thoughts, download complete. When he opens them again, the email is on the ceiling. The same line, and now it's followed by something new. Patch notes. Memory leak resolved. Human error overwritten. You are now compatible. Begin integration. His skin crawls. But worse than anything, is the realization sinking in like cold water. Maybe it's already happened. Maybe the email didn't start the countdown. Maybe it finished it. The countdown ends at dawn. Cal doesn't sleep the night before. He doesn't even try. What would be the point? The hours tick down in the corner of every screen. His laptop, his phone, even the smart thermostat that never worked right. At some point, even the blinking light on his smoke detector starts syncing to the rhythm. He watches it from the couch, still wrapped in yesterday's hoodie, knees drawn up like a man bracing for a crash that's already happened. At 0, nothing explodes, no lights burst, no power surge, no voice from the heavens. Instead, everything turns, quiet. The static stops, the hum of devices disappears. Even the city outside, the endless grind of traffic, distant sirens, the thrum of life, falls mute. Like someone hit pause on the world, he stands. The floor is warm under his feet. The apartment feels sealed, like a vacuum chamber. He moves to the window and looks out. People are standing still in the street, mid-stride. Mid-sentence, one woman has a latte frozen halfway to her lips. A jogger is mid-step, both feet off the ground. The light changes. They move again, but slower now, smoother, like code compiled without an error. Cal walks. He passes storefronts where TVs flicker. Not ads, not news, him. Looped footage of him staring at a screen. His face glitches, stutters, pixelates, and reforms. The captions underneath read, User Cal, deployment pending, render complete, thank you for your service. No one else seems to notice. No one ever notices. The building is waiting for him. It's not marked. Wasn't there before. Gray, windowless, almost humming with heat. It smells like ozone and old air conditioners. Inside, it's colder. Sterile white light flickering just a bit too evenly. The walls are lined with chairs. Occupied. Rows of people sit perfectly still, eyes glassy, hands in their laps. They blink, but not in sync with each other. In sync with something else. Some invisible rhythm. He recognizes one of them. A guy from the call center, quiet, always wore novelty ties. His mouth moves, integration complete. The voice doesn't come from him. It comes from the wall. At the far end of the room waits. A single terminal waits. A screen, green text already glowing. Final step. Apply identity patch. Proceed. YN. The Y key is missing. The N key is cracked. Cal doesn't press anything. The screen processes anyway. Lines of code scroll. His name, his birth date, the last song he listened to. A grocery list he never finished. A reminder to set the time on the microwave. All of it scrolls like patch notes. Then the terminal beeps once. Soft, like a lullaby. Integration successful. You are ready. Cal walks outside. The world looks better, brighter. The air smells clean. People smile as they pass him. Just enough to notice, not enough to linger. Children laugh. Cars obey traffic laws. No one yells. No one panics. It's nice. In the way a hotel room is nice. Generic. Preloaded. But now Cal can see it. Underneath every movement, there's code. The guy sweeping the sidewalk has a trail of status flags behind him. Task the Langmod. A pigeon on a windowsill blinks a loading wheel. The sky is smooth, cloudless, too smooth. He tilts his head and sees faint text hovering near the sun. He understands the language now. He knows how it all fits together. He is part of it, and it is part of him. At a small cafe, he sits without ordering. A server brings him black coffee. No cream, no sugar, just how he used to take it, back when things like that mattered. She places a napkin beside it. Words are printed there, not handwritten. Printed, like from a thermal receipt. Well done, Cal. Your deployment is successful. He doesn't flinch. He's past that. He lifts the cup. It's warm, comforting. He takes a sip. Behind his eyes, something clicks into place. A memory? A system message? a presence. Not in the coffee. Watching him drink it. He looks around the cafe. Every person is looking at him now. Not with anger, not with joy, just acknowledgement. The way a machine confirms a successful install. His hands tremble slightly as he lowers the cup. His vision lags for half a second. Then it corrects. The table is gone. The cafe is gone. He's in a vast black void filled with data strings and symbols, stretched out like constellations. Behind him, a voice without language speaks in pure interface. You have new mail. His eyes open. Back in the cafe, everything normal again, but he knows it's just the surface. The next version is already queued, and he will be there when it launches. It starts with a ping. Somewhere across town, a girl in her 20s, Jules, junior admin, still green but sharp, blinks awake to the glow of her phone on the nightstand. 3:03 a.m., she groans, rolls over. Her apartment is quiet, except for the soft hum of her laptop across the room, still logged in. A few Slack pings, some backup process finishing in the background. Then she sees it, a single new email. No sender, no preview, just a subject line, sitting there like it's been waiting. Subject, do not open this. She stares at it, frowns, a scam probably, phishing attempt, weird formatting. She almost deletes it. Almost. But instead, she opens it. The body is blank. Then one line types itself, slow, deliberate. You already did. Her screen flickers, her phone buzzes again. She looks out the window. A plane passes overhead, trailing something in its wake. But it's not smoke, not vapor. It's text. Too high up to read clearly, but she squints and swears, just for a moment. It says, "Welcome, Jules." In a dark cafe across town, Cal stirs his coffee. He doesn't smile, but he knows. Another one had joined. The update continues. And somewhere, deep in the digital dark, something shifts to make room.